Californios. There were groups of people living in the West before settlers migrated there. One of these groups was the Spanish-speaking Californios, who were located in California. In the 1830s, the Mexican government granted huge plots of land called ranchos to many wealthy Californios living in California. Many ranchos were devoted to raising cattle. California ranchers sold cattle, hides, and tallow, or fat. Skilled vaqueros, or cowboys, looked after the cattle. These vaqueros used special clothing and tools while they were working. Soon English-speaking newcomers learned to use these as well. One tool as a rope called a lariata, which new settlers referred to as a lariat. To protect their legs from thorny bushes, vaqueros wore leather coverings called chaparreros. Vaqueros also wore wide-brimmed hats called sombreros to protect their heads from the sun. Californios grew their own food, raising fruits and other plants that had first come from Spain. These included olives, oranges, figs, and grapes. Californios also grew North American crops such as corn, squash, and beans. Californios loved to make a rich beef stew called carne asada. They also enjoyed a flat bread called tortillas. Californios adapted well to the hot, dry climate of the West. They built houses out of thick clay bricks called adobe, which stays cooler in hot weather than other materials. To irrigate or water their land, some Californios dug ditches and shared the water collected in them. Californios told stories about current events in songs called corridos. They made music with European instruments such as guitars, violins, and trumpets. The Californios of the West were citizens of Mexico until 1848. At the end of the Mexican War, they became U.S. citizens. Soon, they were outnumbered by gold seekers and new settlers. The newcomers often saw Californios as foreigners rather than as fellow Americans. Many white settlers had little respect for them and ignored Californios' rights as landowners. The U.S. government did not protect California's property. Many new settlers claimed rancho land for themselves. They burned California's crops and shot their cattle. The new culture of the West and the Southwest included many things learned from Californios, but the rancho way of life soon disappeared.